Hey guys, Jim here with another video for you. This is Shocktober 2025, episode 3. But before I begin, at the end of this video, if you like what you see, please consider giving me a thumbs up, a possible subscribe, but most importantly, please leave those comments below. Let me know how you feel about this series. Let me know about how you feel about the films that I'm about ready to showcase. Now, as I said, this is episode 3 of my series. I've been highlighting different movies every day. Originally, I was going to highlight one movie, but then the first video ended up highlighting 4 movies. And then yesterday, episode 2, I ended up doing 3 movies. So what the hell? We'll just keep that chaos going. We'll stick to 3 a day, I think. Okay? So today's Friday, October 3rd, and we're going to call this one What the Fuck Friday. Because on Fridays, I'm going to be highlighting movies that fit that bill somewhat. Okay? So, the first one is from 1990, I believe. Let me double check here real quickly. Okay, this is one of those weird movies. It's from 1989. It was released in the UK in 1990. It didn't get released here in the States until 1991. So, go figure. But this definitely fits the bill of WTF. And I'm talking about Brian Yuzna's Society. This is one of the most bizarre movies of all time, but my God, is it fun. It is it's fun. The special effects are great, and the ending is an all-timer. Billy Warlock stars in this, and a bunch of other actors that quite honestly I don't really remember at the top of my head. This is from Arrow. This is my standard edition. Of course, I know they had a special edition of this as well, but again, I love this bug nuts, batshit crazy movie, and it is definitely a what the fuck movie. It's just crazy. Then we jump forward to 2008, and this movie was basically criminally treated upon release, and I'm talking about The Midnight Meat Train, based on the short story from Clive Barker, and directed by my good friend, although I've never met the man, Rui Kitamura. He also directed Versus, which would definitely fit in this category, and a really cool movie called Downrange that a lot of people have never seen. That one's on Shudder, I believe. But he's a Japanese director, and yeah, this was supposed to be his great big American break, and unfortunately, Lionsgate totally screwed this when it was released. It was in the middle of a regime change, and it got put on a shelf for a while, and then the new regime said, okay, fine, we'll release it in theaters, and they literally released it in 25 theaters nationwide. One weekend, no ad campaign, came and went, disappeared. And the few people that got to see this movie loved it. Because again, this movie's insane. You follow this character right here, Vinnie Jones, who is the antagonist of this movie. He's a killer. He says one word at the very end. The main star of this is Bradley Cooper, which they don't show him here. Brooke Shields is also in this movie, as is Leslie Bibb and a few others. And again, this movie's just insane. The only thing I don't really like about this movie is there is some CGI effects involved to go along with the practical. So some of it's a little wonky because, again, this movie's 15 years old. But it's extremely gory, and it's a cool movie. It's just a lot of fun. So again, if you've never seen The Midnight Meat Train, by all means, try to track this movie down. It's not for everyone, just like the rest of these movies on this list. And then we've got this one, and this one might be the craziest movie I have on my shelf. This is from 2017, and I'm talking about Mandy, starring Nicolas Cage, Linus Roach, Andrea Riseborough, among others. This one is directed by Panos Cosmatos, who is the son of George P. Cosmatos, who directed Rambo 2 and Leviathan and a few other movies, Tombstone. I'll tell you what, this movie's a fever dream. It's the only way to describe it. Nicolas Cage barely talks in this movie, but it's one of his best performances. And Linus Roach is extremely creepy as this cult leader antagonist in this movie. I really can't even describe the plot other than the fact that these two are together as a couple. She catches the attention of a carload of creepy looking cult leaders or cult members, and they follow her home, and one night they break in and kidnap her and beat the crap out of him and leave him for dead. And then he goes to find her, and craziness ensues. This movie has a visual palette that I have never seen in any other film. The visuals in this movie, like I said at the beginning, it's almost like tripping without any kind of LSD. It's just insane, the visuals in this movie. And it's a weird movie, okay? This is one of those movies that definitely will be divisive. Some people will love it. Some people will absolutely hate it. Some people won't even be able to get through it. It's extremely violent. It's extremely strange, but it's extremely well done. And it's one of those movies that after I saw it, I couldn't get it out of my head. So that's why I went out and bought it. But again, the third recommendation for this twisted triple feature is Mandy. And I thought I would mention this. This is not an official pick. But bearing in mind the subject today of WTF movies, to me, this movie's the granddaddy of all. Reanimator from 1985. This is my special edition from Arrow. I love this movie. And again, I'm going to talk about this movie on another video later on. But I figured that I would tie those other three movies into this one because, again, the purpose of this whole video was What the Fuck Friday, and all four of these movies will have you saying that at least once during the course of the film. And that's it for this edition of Shocktober. I hope you enjoyed it. Before I leave, I just want to remind everybody that tomorrow, Saturday, October 4th at 1 p.m. Central Time, will be the next live episode of Shooting the Shit with Jim. My very special guest will be Matt from Pugwall 316 Studios, all the way from the UK. Matt is a great guy. He's got a great channel. He knows his horror, and we're going to be talking about a lot of topics, but we're basically going to be focusing on horror content. So I hope if you're a fan of that, you will join us. Like I said, Matt's a great guy. I'm going to leave the link to his channel down in the description below. And I also want to mention that on Tuesday, October 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, either on Sean's channel at Movie Assault or the Talking Movies with Sean, Kenny, and Jim channel at Talking Movies 2024, we will be having the next live episode of Talking Movies with Sean, Kenny, and Jim. Our very special guest will be Dan from Mr. Dan and Horror, and we are going to be talking about classic horror movies, all horror movies that came out before The Exorcist was released in 1973. The reason why we chose that cutoff is because, let's face it, when The Exorcist was released, it changed horror forever. So we're going to a little more innocent time. We're talking Universal Monsters, Hammer, and everything in between. So I hope that you can join us on either both or at least one of those episodes, and I'm going to be leaving links to all of those channels in the description below. So anyway, guys, I hope once again that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up, a possible subscribe, but most importantly, leave those comments below. Let me know if you've seen these films that I mentioned. Let me know what your thoughts are about them. Tomorrow we'll be back with another video and a live episode of Shooting the Shit with Jim. So we'll see you then. And if we miss you, I hope to catch you on the next one.